Hey guys, welcome to Datapacks of the Month. In this video, we're going to cover data packs that were released in August of 2022. These packs were tested on Minecraft's 1.19 versions, but they should be available on some previous and future versions too. You can find the links to all the packs I'm about to showcase in the description below. Arboria is a world generation data pack. Most biomes have been transformed, especially when it comes to trees. There'll be some completely new shapes and also have other styles of wood in places. Some locations have been giving more features too, like ponds and lakes, with large boulders and rocks also spawning now. It's a nice pack overall, and you don't have to worry about it changing the vanilla game too much, as no new blocks or creatures are added. More Foods add some new fruits and vegetables into Minecraft. Included is cherries, oranges, mangoes, grapes, pineapples, bananas, tomatoes, and corn, among a few others. They can all be found in the game naturally, as they can fall from leaves, vines, and ferns, or collected from new plants. These new items, as well as existing ones, can be turned into some meals and juices like fruit salad, English breakfast, pumpkin soup, or apple juice. If you find mining to be a chore in Minecraft, then you might like this next data pack. When mining stone-related blocks, you'll now have a chance to obtain treasure. Treasure can be common, rare, epic, or legendary, which determines the loot inside. The chances of finding treasure ranges from 0.4% down to 0.005%. But for the sake of this video, I've massively increased the odds just to show how it works and what you can find. There's also some advancements included and stats which can be shown in the chat. Another pack that will help with mining is Vein Miner. When mining ores, you'll break all connected ones at the same time, so you'll save time and the correct amount of durability is taken from your pickaxe. Tiny houses is really interesting. Throw 15 cobblestone and 15 oak planks on the ground, and you'll receive a tiny house spawn egg. When you place it down, you can walk into it and enter the interior of a house. Inside are some useful items like beds and bookcases, but you can also place down your own blocks. When you're ready to leave, just head back out the door. Around the house are signs where you can throw the mentioned items, which will help you build your home further. It's a cool mod and could be useful for hiding a base from friends. This data pack will add new village styles to both jungle and swamp biomes. They feature some new designs, but still blend into the game nicely, with them being made from blocks related to their biome. Each time one of these villages spawn, there's a 2% chance that it will be an abandoned variant instead. They're also nicely lit with lanterns, which is always a plus. In some locations around Minecraft, you might find rivers which can spawn underground after installing this pack. Some of them are huge in size, and you can ride your boat underground for hundreds of blocks through twisted chambers. You'll often find entrances to them visible on the surface too. Someone in the pack's comment section provided a seed, allowing you to quickly see this terrain change in action. Newts Structures will add over 40 new structures into your world. These have all been designed by the developer, as well as some of the players on their Minecraft servers. Some of the locations you can find are the Bee House, Coliseum, Flower Dome, Mansion, Tavern, Skyland, and Shop. They all have nice interiors too, with blocks to interact with or chests containing loot, and some will even contain villagers. It's possible that more structures will be added in the future too, as mentioned in the pack's description. Another structured data pack is Craftable Tents. To use it, you'll want to throw 10 oak planks and 4 string together on the ground. This gives an item that when you hold, you'll see an outline of where you want to place a tent. Throw it, and you can then confirm the location, and the campsite will be built. It contains a cake, bed, crafting table, campfire, furnaces, and some barrels, which are empty. Another pack themed around food is cooking. To get started, craft a crockpot from a cauldron and an iron trap door. Inside the crockpot, you can combine different items to create some new meals and foods. Included are over 35 recipes, which will allow you to make items like stews, meatballs, fish tacos, jelly sandwiches, waffles, pot roasts, and more. There's an incentive to create foods in the crockpot too, as they give effects like strength, resistance, and health boost. Loot pigs have around a 1 in 15 chance of spawning in place of a regular pig. They have barrels on their back, and when killed, you can loot them to have a chance of receiving materials like iron, gold, or even diamonds. King of the Hills brings some insane changes to Minecraft's terrain generation. The default generation has been replaced, allowing some huge mountains and hills to spawn instead. This effect is really amplified due to the fact that the maximum height of the Y level has been increased to 576 blocks. This clip isn't the smoothest because I have my render distance set to 55 chunks, but you can see just how high up these mountains can reach. And here's a view down from the top of the same mountain. Changes are also made to caves, which is designed to make them feel endless and more explorable. Currently included with the Prehistoric Mobs pack are 4 new creatures, including the dodo, saber-toothed tiger, and the Titana boa. This animal is a distant relative of crocodiles, and it can even be tamed and mounted, although I'd only use this for a bit of fun, as it's difficult to control. Sadly, I wasn't able to find the Titan boa to showcase it, as only one will spawn per world, and there's no way to manually spawn it. But the pack also includes the likes of foods and armors. The Rain Temple data pack will allow you to control the weather in your world. The temple needs to be built from 4 waxed copper blocks, 4 waxed copper slabs, 9 polished deep slate walls, 5 crimson fences, 1 gold block, and 1 lightning rod. When you throw a copper ingot onto the gold block, you can switch between clear skies or rain. You can even sacrifice some animals during the process to create a thunderstorm instead. Another weather-changing data pack is this one, which will summon tornadoes during a thunderstorm. When they occur, they can destroy the nearby environment and suck up all sorts of entities, including the player. Typically, they'll last around 10 minutes, and if you get caught in one, you'll probably die. If you choose to install this data pack, you might find yourself trapped in the Backrooms. You just might lose your sanity here, as there's really no concept of which direction you're going, or if you've been to this part of the space before. The only sounds you'll often hear are your own footsteps, and you'll be hit with multiple movement debuffs. The Backrooms are inhabited by some evil forces, and there's multiple levels. Amethyst Travelling allows you to create your own fast travel points. To start, create a 3x3 area of amethyst blocks and add something like an iron or gold block to the middle. When you stand on it, while holding an amethyst shard, it will be turned into a fast travel point. Then do the same at another created point, and they're connected together. Just hold an amethyst shard and stand on the platform to teleport between them. The block in the middle determines the time taken to channel the teleport, and you can even bring mobs with you. The Deeper Dark adds a portal in ancient cities. To go through it, you need to hold an echo shard while going through the portal frame. Inside, you'll find a cave-like dimension which is covered in skulk. You can find all overworld ores here, as well as ancient cities, which is your only way back to the overworld. Harder is going to bring in many changes which makes Minecraft more challenging, like how beds no longer skip the night. They only set a respawn point. Some hostile mobs have not only had their sprinting speed increased, but they can also deal more damage and see you from further away. Other changes include the enchanting table and totem of undying being removed from the game, and the F3 screen no longer showing in-game coordinates. To use Biome Weapons, create a mold from 3 iron ingots, 2 redstone dust, and an iron sword. Using it in different biomes will create a weapon like the freeze wand in the snowy plains, which will slow hit entities. Go to the Deep Dark and you can get the Warden gun, which fires explosions. Or in the desert, you can obtain the Wild West hat, which can be used to summon a mount. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back in a few weeks to cover even more data packs.